Hi, and welcome to this week's episode of the Taff Rocks Midweek Shorts. This week we're going to be looking at a bit of a controversial subject, which is where to get your rocks from. Before I begin, if you can hit that little subscribe button and click that notification bell, I'd really appreciate that. So we're going to be having a look at 4 topics in this episode, so I doubt very much if this short is going to be short. We're going to be looking at taking stones from beaches, taking stones from rivers, where you can get your rocks from, and what I do when I can't get any rocks. So let's begin with taking stones from beaches. This is specific to the UK. What the rest of the world does, I am not sure, so please check your local rules, guidance and regulations. But in the UK, specifically in Wales, we've got a lot of Heritage Coastline, and our coasts are covered by, let me get this right, the Coastal Protection Act from 1949, which means it's actually illegal to take stones from beaches. Now, we've all walked along the beach and picked up a fabulous stone. No doubt this is overlooked, but when you start taking bags upon bags of stones, that's a no-no, absolute no-no. You can read online stories of people being fined £1,000, being ordered to take the rocks back to where they got them from. So I will say to you, taking stones from beaches is a no. The next question was taking stones from rivers. Now, in my research, I need to be honest with you and tell you that I could not find any law, legislation, act, regulations or anything that prevents you from taking rocks from rivers. But if the rocks are on private property or the river is on private property, you need to get the landowner's permission. If you don't get permission, then it's theft. If it's on public land, you need to use your own discretion. At the end of the day, they are there to help prevent erosion. So be mindful. Please don't be a pebble plunderer. And when you're out on your walks, remember to take only photographs and leave nothing but footprints. So take your rubbish home too. So having said that, where on earth can you get your rocks from? If you can't take them from beaches and you really shouldn't take them from rivers, where do you get them from? So if it's on private land, you can ask the landowner if you can have some rocks. If you're digging up your garden or your friends, relatives and neighbours are digging up their garden, there's always going to be a rock or two there. Ask those for their rocks. You'd be surprised how many gardeners will want to get rid of these things because they can be a nuisance. There are other places that you can get rocks from by purchasing. There's the hardware stores, garden centres. You can also get them online with Amazon, Etsy and other online places. You'd be surprised how many fantastic ones there are. For example, I'm just going to name drop here, in B&Q. They have some beautiful dressed stones. So you can have a wide variety of stones there. They've got beautiful white ones, lots of multicoloured ones. If you look for Caledonian cobbles or Scottish cobbles, those, in my opinion, are the better ones. Purchasing rocks can be expensive, which is why Taff Rocks runs workshops as well, because rock painting can end up being quite expensive, especially if you can't just take rocks from nature. So if you come to one of our workshops, our rocks are provided for you. So what do I do if I can't find any rocks or I haven't got the opportunity to get out and purchase rocks? Well, I make my own, believe it or not. I'm just going to run through a super quick project with you that I recently done. In home projects, I use a lot of something called postcrete or a quick set concrete. And I have a number of moulds. So the first thing I'd need to do is find the right mould. Fill each of the little holes up with your concrete. They can be soap moulds, they can be cupcake molds. This specific one is a cupcake mold. When they're dry enough to take out, place them outside and leave them dry for quite a while. You'll find sometimes they'll grow a little furry coat. That's caused by the moisture evaporation, and it leaves all the salts and minerals there. The longer you leave these, the better they are. So I left this lot for, oh gosh, I'd go as far as to say it was at least a week before I even thought about giving them an undercoat. Now I know you can't see the details on these very well because they're white. So what I've done is, once I gave them an undercoat, especially for you guys today, here he is with the undercoat. Here they are, nicely painted, ready to be sprayed. Also, there was this ladybird one, and he got painted quite nice too. Oh, I get the hang of this one day, I assure it. There you go. Your butterfly. And the bumblebee, which I haven't quite finished yet, so I do apologise about that. So to recap then, taking stones from beaches, no. Taking stones from rivers, like I said, I haven't found anything. Go and do your own research. If it's on private property, you must ask for the landowner's permission. If it's on public land, remember, don't be a pebble plunderer, and please take only photos and leave only footprints. I really hope that this week's short is short and informative. If not, I'm not going to apologise anymore. No, absolutely not. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and share it. Also, please don't forget to subscribe. If you want to support this channel, have a look at all the details down below. And we will see you again next Wednesday for another midweek short. Until then, keep on rocking.